Have you ever wondered what secrets and stories lie behind one of the most famous paintings in history? In this video, we will explore the Arnolfini portrait by Jan van Eyck, a masterpiece of the Northern Renaissance that portrays a wealthy couple in a lavish interior. But who are they and what makes this painting so intriguing? Is it a wedding portrait, a memorial, or a mysterious third thing? And what are the symbols and clues that Van Eyck has hidden in this painting to tell us more about the couple and their relationship? Watch this video till the end to find out. The Arnolfini portrait is a portrait of a wealthy couple, holding hands and looking at the viewer. It was painted in 1434 by Jan van Eyck, a Flemish artist who was one of the first to use oil paint to create realistic and detailed compositions. The painting is currently in the National Gallery in London, where it attracts millions of visitors every year. Anyway, the first thing we need to know about this artwork is the identity of the couple. The man that we see on the left is believed to be Giovanni di Niccolò Arnolfini, a merchant from Lucca who lived and worked in Bruges, one of the most important trading centers in Europe at the time. The woman on the right is thought to be his wife, but her name as well as status is uncertain. Some scholars think she was his first wife, Costanza Trenta, who died in 1433, a year before the painting was made. Others think she was his second wife, Giovanni Sanami, who he married several years later. In 1447, long after the painting was made. In that case, the painting could be a betrothal portrait or a symbolic representation of their future marriage. One of the most intriguing aspects of this painting is the way Van Eyck has signed it. On the wall above the mirror, he wrote in Latin, "Jan van Eyck was here, 1434." This is not a typical signature for an artist, but rather a statement of presence and witness. It suggests that Van Eyck was not just a painter, but also a friend or an agent of the couple, and that he was there to record or confirm something important. But what was it? One of the first and most influential interpretations of the painting was by Erwin Panofsky, who argued it shows the wedding of Giovanni di Arrigo Arnolfini and Jeanne de Saint-Remy. This is why the painting is still known as the Arnolfini wedding portrait. However, Margaret Koster, an art historian, proposed a different idea in her essay, The Arnolfini Double Portrait, a Simple Solution. She suggested that the painting is a tribute to the wife of Giovanni di Niccolò Arnolfini, who had passed away a year before the painting was dated. Panofsky's article came out in March 1934, but the latest evidence about who the couple might be is from the 1990s. It is still useful to compare his ideas with modern theories, as it shows us how people used to think about the Arnolfini portrait for a long time. There is a possibility that this painting is a memorial or a tribute to the couple's love and devotion. By the looks of it, the woman in the painting seems to be pregnant, which could explain her loose-fitting dress and her gesture of holding her stomach. However, pregnancy was not usually depicted in portraits at the time, as it was considered a risky and private business. Any painting that hinted to the pregnancy of a woman was deemed inappropriate. Perhaps the lady in the painting is not pregnant at all, but simply following the fashion of wearing voluminous clothes that create an illusion of pregnancy. In either case, the painting can be seen as a celebration of fertility and hope for offspring, or a commemoration of a lost child or a deceased wife. Regardless of the exact meaning of this painting, it is clear that Van Eyck has filled it with symbols and details that reveal more about the couple and their world. Let's take a closer look at some of them. One of the most striking features of this painting is the mirror on the wall behind the couple. It reflects not only their backs, but also two other figures standing near the door. But who are these people and what's so significant about them? Well, one of them is Van Eyck himself. He looks directly at us and wears a red turban similar to his self-portrait. The other one could be another witness or a servant. The mirror also shows us more details of the room, such as the window and the chandelier. The mirror is not only a rare and expensive object that shows the couple's wealth and status, but a symbol of truth, clarity, and self-knowledge. It suggests that the painting has a hidden meaning that can be found in the details and the reflections. The mirror is framed by glass panels that show scenes from the Passion of Christ, which could mean a promise of salvation for the couple. A single candle in the chandelier could represent the couple's unity in God's watchful eye. The small dog at the woman's feet is another sign of luxury and status, as dogs were often kept as pets by the upper class and symbolized loyalty, fidelity, and protection. The dog in this painting could also have a specific meaning related to the couple's name, Arnolfini, which means little eagle. eagle in Italian. The dog's fur looks like eagle feathers, and its collar has a pendant with an image of Saint Margaret, the patron saint of women in childbirth. This could mean that the woman is pregnant or wishes to have children. Or it could have another meaning that I will reveal to you soon. The couple's clothes also have symbolic meanings. They are wearing rich and elegant garments that reflect their social status and taste. The man is wearing a black gown with trimmed fur, a black hat, and black shoes to go with it. He looks like an emerging merchant. The woman, on the other hand, is wearing a green dress with a blue undergarment and a white veil. She also wears gold jewelry to match her dress. At the right corner, if we pay attention to the details, we can see an extra pair of slippers that look kind of weird. To each their own, as they say. Anyway, the elaborate wood carvings of the bed, the imported rug the woman stands in front of, and rich furnishings of the room signify that its items have important significance to either the commissioner or the artist. The couple is surrounded by other objects that have both literal and symbolic meanings. On the windowsill, there are 2 oranges, which were rare and expensive fruits imported from the Mediterranean. They could represent the couple's wealth. They could also be a reference to the Garden of Eden, as oranges were sometimes confused with apples in medieval art. The presence of this fruit also hints to the fact that the painting was probably made in spring. Another important thing to note in the painting is the representation of the gender roles. You can see how the man stands near the window. This shows that he was the one who usually left the house. In addition to that, on the wall above the bed, there is a carved figure of Saint Christopher, the patron saint of travelers. This could be a reference to the man's profession as a merchant who traveled frequently for business. It could also be a symbol of protection and guidance for his journeys. An interesting detail of the painting is the positioning of the hands between the couple. His gesture, called dexterium junctio, was often used in ancient Roman art to show the union of a man and a woman. In the Renaissance, marriage, as I mentioned previously, did not require a priest or witness, as long as the 2 persons agreed to be married. Therefore, some scholars think that the hand-holding in the painting shows the husband's attachment to his wife, who has died. He still holds her hand as she passes away. The gargoyle next to her hand also suggests their tragic fate. Well, if that is the case, then the dog in the painting also plays the role of an important symbol. According to many scholars, the dog represents the fidelity and loyalty of the married couple. They suggest that dogs are seen on female tombs from ancient Roman times, as they were famously believed to protect and guide them to the afterlife. This would explain why the dog stands closest to the female, representing her death. Perhaps the painting was meant to show the couple's wedding or engagement, but then the wife died and Jan van Eyck changed the painting until he finished it. Or maybe the painting simply shows how people wanted to achieve wealth and status in a time of new ideas and changes. What might be Jan van Eyck's greatest success is that people still admire, wonder, and talk about his work and legacy. Click on any of the 2 videos on the screen right now for more content.